I mean,
Okay, welcome back. All right. So, guys are at Giza on the plateau. What is your plan from here?
Did we go to the crime scene yet?
You have
no.
not. All you've done is talk to the police.
And do a little CSI.
I mean, we're here. We should probably just take a look. Um, if the teleporting theory holds true, then we're not going to find anything here. Although we also know that there may be rituals around the Sphinx, so we could always come back more around that time and see if there's anything. Otherwise, we track down what's his head, James Gardner.
Yeah, we head to Memphis and check it, try to find him. But yeah,
That's
so yeah,
why I
I'd
think.
say let's check out the Mycernius.
Okay. What is your plan? Are you going to hire a tour guide? Are you what's your plan for checking out the pyramid?
I guess we could hire a private tour guide. I mean, we're gonna start poking a little more than tourists are going to. So,
Sure.
Yeah, I don't understand that. They were so the area where the Clive expedition had found something is now just open for public viewing. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So they found a secret room in Mycernius's pyramid,
Sure.
and in that room found a large sarcophagus with a mummy in it. So,
Given our teleportation attack incident, given that we were there, we know, was there any like, how would, was there any evidence that something like that has happened? Like, did anything get left behind and chemical traces? I mean, I don't know if I had thought about it earlier, I guess I would have asked, but
I think there was a chunk of the monster that we blew out of it. That was
yeah, you cut a piece of it out.
yeah.
I mean, assuming that there's just not a dead monster piece lying in the pyramid that we're going to look at, whether are there other kind of were there other clues? I guess is what I'm saying.
That's kind of what we'll see when we get there. I guess we roll spot hidden. Well, we'll
How
find
would
some
we
stuff.
know if we saw it? Okay. I mean, yeah, we should go when it's not super busy, or yeah, have a private tour.
Okay. You
Camp out. We're gonna bring blankets and camp out.
Is our tour guide?
Camp out. We need to stake it for like a day. That's our usual MO.
you contact
Exactly.
you go to the ticket office and you buy tickets, and a guide named Mahmood decides that he will show you around the pyramid. So he takes you over to the pyramid of Mycernius, and tells you that it was built for the pharaoh Mycernius, Cheops's grandson. It is the least impressive of the Great Pyramids at Giza. It has a large vertical scar on its north face, caused when the legendary Muslim warlord Saladin tried to destroy the monumental structure at the end of the 12th century. There are many rumors as to why he attempted this and why he gave up 8 months later. No one really knows why. The record books remain strangely silent on this topic. The pyramid itself is not terribly easy to get into. Its passageways are steep and claustrophobic. As the theft of the mummy took place 3 months ago, there's no longer any guards on the tomb, and tourists are once again permitted to enter it. So he says to you, gentlemen, would you like to see the chamber where the mummy was stolen from?
Yes, yes, we would.
So he takes you straight away to the secret chamber, which he admits has become a tourist attraction in its own right because of the theft.
Is there only one way to reach this particular room?
Well, there's the easy way. There's the direct way. There's only one passage that leads into it, but you can get into that passage from several other places in the pyramid, and so it's a matter of whether you want the direct route or the scenic route. There's a series of small antechambers that precede the actual burial chamber. And you're all holding... so your guide is holding a torch and has a couple others to give you. So here you are.
All
He's
right, let's
letting
look
us
for
go?
something in.
All right.
Yeah. Are we looking around now?
Let's do a.
Yes, you are. So, extreme spot hidden. Okay, so
Yeah.
Martin.
That's what they teleported to.
Martin, as you are looking around, you find that there is a sliding panel very, very cleverly hidden in the wall of the burial chamber. You have not tripped it yet, but you found that this bit gives under your fingertips. What do you do?
I call over.
Keep it to yourself.
No, I call over Seamus because I believe he's the one who's got like lockpicks or whatever, and see if there's a trap or something.
Okay. I take a look.
Sacrifice
So
the
your guide comes over and says, "What's that you're looking at over there?"
I say, it's nothing to see here, and then I tell him I give him a tip and tell him to go to use the bathroom.
He seems very interested in what you guys are doing all of
Damn
a
it, guys.
sudden.
Well, this is the professor here. I motioned to Alistair, saying in his notes that was provided to us. This is what just looking at the access. No, Alistair.
Yes, this appears to be something that's
Whip out
kind
the
of
old notebook.
uncommon in several of the burial chambers that have been explored in the past.
So it matches up with your notes, right?
Yes, it seems to be something that we found similar to some of the excavations in Peru and the other pyramids that we found throughout the world. I'm not saying it's aliens, but there is that theory.
Could be vampires again.
But who else could do this?
It seems to be an advanced technology.
Damn it! This should have told. Okay, if I have to re-roll, that's totally gonna be like my character concept.
It's a big red button that says "Don't push on it."
Charles von Daniken.
All right, I'm saying we push it. I mean, what's the tour guide gonna do? Go try to stop us? There's 5 of us.
Okay, you push the button, and the panel slides open, and the tour guide suddenly his eyes get really wide and his face turns kind of white, and he runs out of the room yelling.
All right, let's go explore the secret tunnel.
I take out my gun.
Happens to us all the time.
So we
Ah,
go.
crap! I told you guys to keep it secret.
Close it. Close it behind us.
Damn it, Jim.
Does anyone else have a flashlight?
We get torches.
Oh, cool.
You've got torches, but does anyone have a flashlight on their list?
I have a flashlight.
Okay.
Do we want to use a torch? Because that's going to consume oxygen, right?
Is that really an issue?
Well, I thought you said you were going to close the door behind us.
Well, you know what? I just happen to have, I'm resourceful. I can spend 10 luck, and I just happen to find a bunch of flashlights available for us.
Perfect. You spend 10 luck, and you have in your sack a whole shitload of flashlights and batteries.
I only get to use my.
Better than Best Buy.
Yep.
All right.
What's your plan, guys? Are you going in?
Plan apparently is screwing the pooch.
Of course we are. It's
Come
Okay.
on.
As
Moving
you-
forward.
As you go
All right,
into this
let's do
secret
that.
passage, there
No,
is
keep going
a
on.
lever on the doorway, which you would guess, or right inside the doorway, which you would guess closes the door behind you. Is that what you're doing?
Does it appear as though we could reopen it?
Slow moving wall
a
trap.
Yes.
Well, does somebody want to go on the other side, trigger it, and then have us attempt to open it from this side?
I'll go on the other side.
All right.
So it's just one of you, just Jesse's going in and closing the door?
I thought I was staying out and they were going in.
I'm just trying to figure out which way the party's splitting.
That's the way I'm splitting.
Jesse's
Eventually
staying on the outside, and everyone else is going in.
Well, we're going to see if we can reopen the door. Yes.
Okay. Yes, the lever will open and close the door from the inside.
Okay. Put the candle back in the hole.
All right. Now the real question is, should we all die together?
But of course.
Oh,
I want to be.
that's not a good sign.
I want to be a sole survivor.
Right. Where's my this version? Okay. Have to shrink.
I mean, does it seem like a passage to like a huge space, or I don't know.
Okay.
Does it look like Karloff style mummy or
The
Brendan
classics.
Fraser style mummy?
The classics.
Mum.
Are mummies slowly reconstituting themselves at our life force expense? I always wanted to see a mummy.
Oh,
I would do
Have it in
this.
Costello.
should we not answer the first question, which was how are we splitting the party, and then are we testing and does it work?
We tested.
We
it.
tested
It
it
does
and it
work.
works. Okay.
Now it's just like, do we all want to die together?
Of course, man. The more the merrier.
Okay, let's all die together. Go.
Well, Lewis is not here, so he can be the core of a new party.
Oh, good point. Since he's the only person who speaks Arabic, we'll post him outside in case someone comes back and says, "What the heck are you doing here?" and let him figure it out.
He's persuasive.
Now you
Yeah,
guys are
something
all
like that.
you're all in this together. I'm not
NPC.
NPCing Lewis out on his own
Oh, yeah.
somewhere.
Energize. We teleport away.
Okay. So over here on this new map, this is where the tunnels start to open up.
Huh.
No.
I need to.
So this tunnel is of hewn stone, obviously man-made. Its floor appears to be generally level as far as you can see so far. It's approximately 8 feet wide and 8 feet high. There is no light down here.
But we have flashlights.
You have flashlights, but there does not appear to be natural lights.
Not totally surprising.
Before we go into the tunnel, can we take a look at the ground and see if there's footprints or tracks or any other forensic evidence?
So, yes, make a spot hidden roll.
Spot all the hidden.
So, yes, you notice that there appear to be wheel marks as if something heavy was pushed along here.
If I make a roll using, let's say, my science engineering, could I make a guess at about the weight of that said item?
Sure. I will allow it.
It's the weight of a sarcophagus.
Extreme. Yeah, it is. It is something really fucking heavy. With an extreme success, you are convinced that this was the set of a set of winches carrying something that weighed several tons. You're guessing that you're pretty.
So we're on the
you're
right track.
confident that this is how they got the sarcophagus out of here.
Because the ruts are deeper.
It's a mathematical formula based on the displacement done in the ground level by how it's compacted. I did go to school for this.
Because the ruts are deeper then.
Yeah.
This was stolen some months ago, right?
Yes.
So we're probably not gonna find.
I mean, it's a sealed. Who knows? Maybe we will. We didn't even think this room was going to be here.
Maybe they only moved it a few feet.
For all we know, we're
Still be
going
here.
into where the ceremony is going to be held. They didn't have to go that far,
Wouldn't be the first time.
basically. I just love the fact that it's my highest level skill and I made it with this.
I'm going to take my gun off, take the safety off of the gun, and have it at the ready.
Seems legit. Okay, so
8 feet by 8 feet.
you go about 100 yards down the path here, and at this point, the tunnel, there's a fork in the tunnel. There's a passage that goes off to the right, and or it continues on straight ahead.
Are you showing that in the map?
I am showing that on the map. So that's
so we're here.
right. You guys are here right now. You're right where your characters are, and that is the
It's together.
beginning of the tunnel.
Which way did the sarcophagus go?
Yeah, follow that.
Okay. I will. So the tracks are a little bit iffy. There's a lot of weird fungus. Some of it's purple and glowy. Some of it's just green and stinky. You don't have clear tracks the whole way. If you want to just follow the tracks as best you can, I'll say whoever's leading make a navigate roll, and I'll say that you'll probably get lost a couple of times here and there, but for the most part you'll make it on a regular success. On a hard or extreme, then you won't really get sidetracked.
Can I use tracking?
Guess this one
I didn't
follows
realize
my-
there was a tracking skill.
There is a tracking.
Yeah.
Sure, then I will allow you to use tracking. Nope, you can't track shit.
How about the insane sense
I
of
can't
direction?
navigate
help?
crap.
Oh, that's right, you do have insane
this.
sense of direction.
Yes, I do.
Oh, do I have insane sense of direction? What was my insane? An insane memory.
I've got insane sense
Insane
of direction as
recall.
well.
Okay, I will say...
I'm gonna memorize the direction so we can come back.
I will say, Seamus, between your extreme success on the science engineering and your insane sense of direction, that you are not going to get too sidetracked as you go on. But this set of passages does take you quite a while to navigate. And
Why is it rolling?
after about the first half hour of going through these tunnels, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a violent blast of wind comes through, and you are fairly certain that if you had just been using the torches instead of flashlights, that it would have blown out all your torches. So that gets you...
Only the penitent man shall pass. The breath of
Need to
God.
watch that again.
Does this look like more recent construction? Because did somebody just was this part of the original building, or did thousands of years ago, or did someone like carve the building after that?
You know that it's man-made. You don't know how old it is, but you know it's definitely man-made. Okay. So you go on for, that's about the first half hour, and then Another half hour goes by. Make a. You're welcome to make a spot hidden at this point.
Bad that we're getting random encounters along the way.
Yay.
Spot the
So-
things.
All of you who succeed,
Oh crap! I guess I should roll.
Just trying
You
to earn
see-
those
So
checks.
gonna
Nope.
suck in combat now.
you see that there are jet black roses bordering the tunnel floor where you are.
Does this seem like magic? Because or has someone been watering these roses for thousands of years?
You have no idea. You're also confused as to how anything other than fungus could possibly grow down here when there's no light. There's no natural light.
Did we accidentally wander into the plateau of Lung or something?
Let's. Nope, I got no clue on that. Nature.
You need it. Can I archaeology my way out of this?
Do we all agree we have no clue what the hell these things are?
You do
No clue.
all agree that.
It just weird ass.
So bad.
Black roses.
Cthulhu mythos.
Of course.
Of course.
So you know that you found some weird ass plants in Edward Gavigan's secret lab under Miser House. You guess that these might be somewhat related, and that it's probably not a good idea to touch them.
Ugh.
That's good because I was about to take a clipping. All right, everybody, don't touch those weird flowers.
Nobody touch nothing.
Okay. You continue on, and eventually make it to... You get to here. And there is a door here
At the end?
at the end. The tunnel branches off at this point here, but the track marks go off to the right here, and when you go down this tunnel just 50 yards or so, it ends at a door
Right there.
right here where the last piece that I've opened up for
Not
you
the
is.
tunnel.
The tunnel itself up above had continued on a little bit more, but this is where you are right now. There's a door.
Does it look 4,000 years old, or is it a more recent construction?
It's old. You'd need an archaeology roll to know how old, but it's
Yay.
you would guess it's over 1,000 years old, but it's definitely seen recent use.
It leads back to the Juju house.
Portal to Miser Juju.
That's not good. So they made their. So wait, are we still following the tracks?
Yes, and the tracks end at the
crap.
door.
They pushed this sucker a long way.
Yeah, you guess that you've gone over a mile and a half.
How you said the corridor is 8 feet wide, right? How wide was the sarcophagus?
Less than 8 feet.
Like, if it weighs like 3 tons, it's got to be pretty wide, right? If it,
Not necessarily.
It doesn't have to be that wide, but it was pretty long.
Yeah, longer than.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the sarcophaguses at MFA, and those mummies were like super small.
okay. Can we listen at the door?
Let's say I'll listen.
You
Classic.
can.
Let's
You can make a listen roll.
standard Steve thing to do.
And a bug goes in my ear.
Success.
All right.
Seamus,
Also success.
Yeah.
Seamus and Jesse, you hear something going on beyond the door. It doesn't sound to you like voices or anything like that, but you definitely hear, maybe it's water, you're not really sure, but you can definitely hear
Crap.
something on the other side of the door.
Dull roar.
Loud noises.
And it's echoey.
All right. Wait, so is there like a doorknob or something? I mean, is there an easy way of opening this thing?
Yes, it does not appear to have a lock on it. It does appear that if you push the latch, and that you'll be able to push the door open.
Does it go swing into the corridor or away from the corridor?
It opens away from the corridor into whatever room is on the other
push.
side of it.
All right.
It's a push.
There's something in there. It's like a natural phenomena, I guess. I mean,
Without us going there, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But mind you, it just means that we should be ready for, as usual, anything.
right. Does anybody vote to not open the door?
We're going a long way to not open the door.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
I'm straight.
Gonna have to push the damn button.
Go try some of these side tunnels. We'll sneak up on the dragon.
Crap. Actually, it's an interesting case. Like, do the side tunnels do anything, or do we like have to go in it and
You have not
poke
gone down. Like you poked your head down a couple of the side tunnels, trying to figure out here and there which way the tracks went. But for the most part, you followed the tracks the straight way here.
where the frickin' mummies are gonna come out?
What if we go back to the? It looks like there's another side tunnel that's not too far away. Maybe we should poke our heads around the corner and see.
This one?
Yeah, we can outflank if there's somebody in the door.
All right, we should check out at least one side tunnel.
Okay.
All in favor?
All right.
Sure.
You
Okay.
can always open the
You
door.
go back. You go back and go down that side tunnel. So, as your flashlight kind of plays over it,
Damn it.
a lot of this looks like, whereas the main tunnel that you were in was obviously man-made, this looks like it could have been as if water had coursed over, or possibly rock fractures, or if acid had eaten through the stones. It has more of an organic feel.
Are the walls jagged or smooth?
Jagged.
Huh.
The
Does it
angles,
look like
the floor is not level like it was in the main tunnel, and it's pitched a lot, and the tunnel isn't nearly as wide, and it's not uniform the way the main was. It slims down and then expands out again over the 100 feet or so that you start walking down it. It's very difficult to see far ahead or behind. The beams of your flashlights are constantly getting blocked by the twistiness of the floor and the fact that things aren't level.
So we're thinking pretty much that we're going away from a sense of direction from where we pretty much almost in the opposite direction.
Right. Yep. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I don't see the point. It's pretty clear that this is, non-man-made. And, I think, we're getting too much off track here.
Yeah, I'm guessing whatever's behind the door is dangerous, but that's kind of where we're supposed to be going.
So does this seem like it's carved like by natural phenomena?
You don't know. Parts of it.
know.
So you've only
Like
been
erosion,
you've
like
only
water
been.
or something?
I mean, tell me how far you want to go. I'm assuming you're going to the first curve of this tunnel. So that's about 300 yards that you've been down this. Parts of it look like it was eroded. Parts of it look almost like something clawed
That's
these
what I was
walls
afraid of.
out. You don't know.
Purple worms.
It definitely doesn't have the. It has a very strange and feral feel to this branch, unlike the main tunnel that you followed
As people
on your
buried
way here.
alive dug themselves out.
But it is rock, so if something actually did cut its way through this ever living rock, it wouldn't have been something human.
Do we ever encounter anything human? All right.
Well, if we went 300 yards, that's pretty far out of our way. Maybe we should go back to the door.
We've come a long way to find a door and then not open it.
The box. The box.
Is everybody armed?
They have arms.
I'm assuming you all have
Yep.
your standard complement.
All right,
Yep.
here we go. Not that does mean
Well, the handguns, I think their rifles a little hard to justify carrying or walking around here.
Okay. Are you going back and opening the door? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm in favor of it.
That's
Yep.
what I'm thinking.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, you open the door. As on the
Whoa.
other side of the door, wide steps lead another 100 feet down into a massive chamber.
Holy moly.
Uh,
Echo.
there are a few torches on the walls that that are lighting things up a little bit. Everywhere inside this is gleaming black marble. The floor is black marble flecked with white. The floor also appears to be exceptionally shiny and slick. The hall is approximately 400 feet by 500 feet. And the ceilings go as high as your flashlights will go. You can't see the top. All of these here, these little circles, are black pillars holding things up. The hall is extremely vast. In the so throughout this room, as you're starting to kind of take it all in, there's in the center of the room here, there's a large square pit. Here there appears to be a altar. And here there appears to be a large ebony steel with a it reminds you of the one that you saw at Gavigan's ritual circle, but larger.
The one that summoned that huge Elder Tor.
Wait, steel what?
Steel, Stele, so it's basically an obelisk. And that's what you can see from the entrance. You are sure that there are more details throughout.
Can we see the sarcophagus? Or what caused that sound that we heard?
So the sound appears to be coming from this pit here. And yes, as you take in more of the chamber, Alistair, you see the sarcophagus before the altar over here.
So that is the sarcophagus, possibly The
You're
Queen
guessing
of
it's the
Crimes.
sarcophagus. It is a very large sarcophagus.
Okay, because the tracks went through the door.
Yep.
Seems reasonable.
Maybe
And
we
there's
should.
a noise coming from a pit. That's always a good sign.
High explosives. Why should time? The answer to everything.
Is the mummy still in the sarcophagus?
The sarcophagus is closed. You
Okay.
don't know.
I say strap a suicide vest on it and throw it down the pit.
If years of playing D&D has taught me anything, the right move now is to open the sarcophagus.
Maybe we should go to the police and get some help, right? There's probably hundreds of cultists somewhere. And at least a
In
few
the pit?
more.
There's probably cultists in the police. There is no help.
Come on, wire up a couple smoke bombs there. We can smoke them out. We've done it before.
Played this game for 2 years. When has the police ever helped us?
Maybe Luis has to know.
Yes.
Ugh.
So, you're standing in the entryway. Tell me what you would like to do. You have the pillars. There are several other things throughout this area. Tell me what you'd like to do, and if you'd like to, move your tokens in general areas.
What is the deal with the green thing again?
I'm colorblind, so ping what you'd like to know
I don't
about.
know. There's like a trench or something here. Yeah, sorry. My mouse is, what the fuck? Oh, because I'm on the hand. All right, how about this thing?
Okay, so there's right here is a steel. That's the obelisk thing, and there's kind of a track that goes from there to this throne that is back here. And it is a double throne, actually.
Track.
It's a processional bridge as you look at it.
This is where all the blood comes into it, like from Cabin in the Woods.
So, are you going? So that's all you can really see from. I mean, you're 400 feet away, so you can't make out a whole lot of details.
I'm
if
going
you're
to spend some
up
time
at the-
marveling at the size of this place. I don't know. What was this thing again in the middle? I guess I'll check this thing out here.
That's just the
So
the light structure.
The thing that's the closest to you, there are stairs. There's another set of stairs. They disappear down into a. As you look at it, you see that there's a hideous, glowing ruby mist that pours up from below. And as you stare into it, you occasionally hear ghastly shrieks and moans drifting up into the main chamber.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, actually, I've got all my hit points back, right? Because we spent like a bunch of days traveling.
No, you only spent one day. You are. Thought I had it on.
It's with the cat. Oh, I guess. All right.
I thought I had it
guess not
on
then.
your sheet. Did it not copy over? You should be at 16 hit points.
Some reason I have 20 on my character sheet. I don't know what's wrong. I had 16 on the token before though, so that was kind of interesting. I don't know why I have. So I don't know. I can make it
Yeah, you
16.
should be healed up to 16.
For some reason I have 20.
Let me scroll back here. I'm
That's
pretty
weird.
sure that you took a massive amount of damage in the fight. You took
Start
12.
the
You took
day.
12 damage in the fight. So that would have put you at 13. You got a first aid roll and a medicine roll, so that would have given you back 2. So 15. And then you got 2, 4. You got 4 points back. So you should be at 19. I'll give you the
Third
20.
number,
That's fine.
a
20.
third number emerged. No, that's fine. I don't remember any of this. It may or may not be important, but if we're gonna die here, I suppose it's somewhat important. All right, Screaming Mist. Damn it.
Do the screams sound human or not?
No. Or if they do, it's someone who no longer sounds human because they've lost so much of their sanity and humanity.
Oh, it's just future.
Correct.
Okay, so are we going to explore the chamber, or are we gonna try to return with heavier ordnance?
I'm kind of looking around, seeing what I can spot. And
Okay. What specifically are you looking at, Alistair?
Stay away from the pit.
I'm going to check out the
Pit.
altar here.
Okay. As you head up to the altar, the altar is constructed from white marble, about 25 feet square at the top. From 3 sides, steps lead 15 feet up to where the sarcophagus rests. There are 4 stone braziers built into each corner of the altar. They are not currently lit. There also on the altar are a crown and a necklace.
Well, it appears they got the other 2 pieces, boys.
Did we bring the third piece?
It's been traveling with us, so
you
I'm
have
assuming
the
so.
third
Yeah,
piece.
of course. Delivery
We weren't going to
service.
leave it on the train.
Is someone wearing the girdle?
It's quite slimming. What to say? Want to kick the hornet's nest and take the other 2 pieces and get on out of here?
They're
Let's cross the streams.
they're hunting for us anyways, right? So we might as well
Get all the stuff.
Well,
there was we had the ability to destroy one of the pieces. I don't remember which one it was. Was it the necklace? I think we actually had the method to destroy it.
I believe it's the crown.
The crown, yeah.
What was involved in that?
So technically we could botch their whole thing by destroying one of the pieces.
We've also come too far not to open the sarcophagus.
Do you,
Bees. It's bees.
That
It's full of bees.
is also useful knowledge.
So, from you saying
You
those
know-
candles, there's no like lights or electricity or anything that's strung up here.
no.
Modern conveniences, everything's very primitive.
Yes.
Guessing we found their ritual site that's gonna be used in a few days.
And there's no cover on the winch on the pit like there was in New York.
No, so the pit, as Alistair walks by it to get to the altar, he notices that it's not, that it's actually a pool of water, and that it's a good 75 feet across.
They put in a pretty water feature for their unholy rituals.
And
It's time to go
when
swimming.
when you first look at it, you know, as you just were walking by it, it appeared to be black and featureless.
There's
And that there's a set of narrow black marble steps without railings that lead down into the pool.
Hmm.
Baptismal of some sort, it seems.
Reverse baptism.
And tethered beside the steps is a jet black ceremonial raft.
You said this is 75 feet square?
Yes.
Ceremonial raft. Man. All right, don't mess with that for the moment.
Does it look like if there are candles here, so they got to be replacing them on a regular basis, right? Why don't we just jack the stuff and run like hell?
What are we taking?
That's
Oh, the
kind of
necklace
what I
and
was
crown.
thinking. Take the the
Oh, that
necklace and the
goes
crown
without
and-
saying. Come on.
We said it. So wait, the sarcophagus is here?
The
Am I standing
sarcophagus
next to it?
is yeah, you are standing next to it.
Okay, what does the sarcophagus look like? Basically, do I have a chance of figuring out if it's Queen Necrotitis?
You don't. I mean, there are some hieroglyphics on it, but well, let's see.
Can I archaeology my way out of this?
I think Lewis has.
I mean, this isn't a really obscure queen, is it?
She is actually a really obscure queen. He
Can I history or
fails.
archaeology it?
I'll let you archaeology it.
Okay. Give it a shot.
All right.
Yeah.
You guess that it's the right time period to be Queen Nitocris, but you don't know for sure.
Would I know for sure if I spent one luck point to make it a hard success?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
I mean, given what you've been told, you're, like in
pretty
your
damn
mind, you're
sure.
pretty damn sure, but
No.
but like empirically looking at it as an archaeologist, there's not enough to tell you that.
Should we open it and find out if there's something inside?
Unless we're checking high explosives in there, no.
Do you have high explosives? You can't
Spend
just
another
put
10
money.
out of 10 points.
It belongs in a museum.
In hell.
So you know from earlier conversations that the sarcophagus has been opened and there is a mummy in it, or at least there was before, and your conversations with Dr. Kafour, he said that they to perform the resurrection of the mummy, they needed the 3 artifacts and plus the mummy, and that it could only be done on the new moon.
Right. So if we can
Burn the mummy.
jack the 3 pieces, we can destroy one of them. That's we had the means to destroy one of them, and I don't remember what the pieces were, but
Well, I have fire making capabilities. It seems like a shame to ruin history, but we've done it before.
definitely stops the ritual.
Ruin history, stop, end of world. It's kind of a close call, really.
Can I keep the door slightly ajar just to, keep an eye or an ear out to see if anyone's approaching?
Absolutely.
Hurry up and steal the shit.
Should have totally waited till later to open the secret door. Oh, well.
Are you opening the sarcophagus?
Oh, can I open it by myself?
Yeah. There's a lever. It's
Oh, I'm opening. I didn't come all the way to
Perfect.
Egypt to not open the sarcophagus and see a mummy.
perfect. You open the sarcophagus, and there is a mummy. It opens very, very smoothly on its hinges, and there is a mummy inside.
Especially
Nice.
What if you pee on
Royal
the
mummy of sorts. I mean, I guess they're all royalty, but
I mean, you would definitely guess that
Dress.
it's somewhat royal.
salt and
Dress.
burn it.
dressed as a woman or buried with things
Um,
or whatever.
you would guess that the mummy is female, but that's about all you're gonna be able to figure out, right? Just from a cursory look.
If you pee on the mummy, will that disrupt the sorcerer's ritual?
The lore is salt and burn it.
Maybe, or like,
Restore.
or if you drop a tooth, will that like introduce a biological agent to ruin this sample or something?
It comes back deformed.
It comes back retarded.
Everything I know about mummies is correct. All right, well, we've got all the pieces. Are we destroying the mummy too?
It
I think
definitely
it's
puts
good.
an extra wrinkle in stopping their ritual.
We could do a fantasy thing where, like, each of us takes one piece of the mummy and travels to another part of the world, only for it to be reassembled like a century later from the parts gathered from our children.
That's not our problem.
Exactly. Who are the millennials?
They're too busy bitching about capitalism on their iPhones.
It's since we said we got a general plan here, but if we want to, why don't we stop and it is a good place if any, and then figure out what we're doing, then come back when we come back next time and implement that. The Great Escape.
That works for me. Yeah, it is about our normal stopping time. So if you
Blow up all the stuff.
if you want to spend the next 2 weeks deciding what you want to do with all this cool stuff, and if you're gonna try to destroy the mummy, if you're gonna try to destroy the artifacts, we can think about that during the next 2 weeks, and then come back on what day would that
Eat the ritual ourselves.
be?
Yeah, get a pet mummy.
And then come back on May 10th and finish this part up. Works for me.
All right. But
All right.
in
Sure.
in game, whatever we do, we should do it quickly because somebody's got to be replacing these candles, right?
Well, are they lit at the moment?
I
There's
think we're lit.
It was light in
there's
the chamber.
there's torches on the wall that are lit.
Okay, and about how long do we think they generally last?
You're not sure. You would, like normal torches, a couple of hours tops, but everything in this chamber seems strange.
Weird plants going along the way.
Is there a breeze? Like, how come they didn't asphyxiate themselves with the torches? Have they got like a ventilation shaft or something?
You have no idea. You can't even see the ceiling. It's beyond the reach of your flashlight.
Maybe we wandered into a pocket dimension or something.
Man.
All right. Well,
It's
thank
good.
you all for coming out and playing tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like we actually, got a lot further than I expected and than we have in the last few sessions. So
We did the side quest too.
glad to see that. You did a side quest. You finished a side quest.
We're now
I
FOB.
finished with more sanity than I started with. That's the first time ever.
Also crazy. We
We're
use the
friends
insane
from
talent.
past. We should get a Black Panther to help us out.
All right, everybody. Well, those of you watching live, thanks for tuning in. Please feel free to like and subscribe on Twitch and on YouTube. If you've got Twitch Prime and feel like supporting us, feel free to use your free Twitch Prime sub. And otherwise, thank you everyone for tuning in, and we will lose more sanity together next time when they figure out what to do with this mummy. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.